Let me quickly state out the types of corruption. Corruption by mentality. This happens because of the collective mentality and belief of people that our national wealth belongs to all the citizens. And so, everyone has a share in it. Adherent to this mentality, nature, the belief that as a public servant or occupier of any office, it is not a sin to take our own share of public fund if you see the opportunity. So people take from public purse what they don't really need or what they cannot even spend to the detriment of other citizens. And such people base their arguments on the fact that as a citizen, you are entitled to a share of your own national cake. After the famous battle of Khaybar, one of the battle fought by Nabiyuna Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Prophet's companions mentioned one of the name of somebody, and said he has achieved martyrdom and was now in paradise because he was killed in the battle. But the Prophet responded to them that no, I saw him in hellfire for the piece of blanket that he took out of the war booty because it was not duly distributed to him. Though the person was entitled to a share of the war booty by virtue of being a veteran of that war, but he entered hellfire for his impatience and greediness by taking out of the war booty before it was officially given. In Islam, this is the end of those who takes out of public property without being given to them officially. Number 2, corruption by bribery. Some people, by virtue of their work, they are in position to do some things for others, whether on personal or official basis. Some of them request for bribe to do their works. The situation has reached a level that one cannot just go and get something done except he either knows someone of influence or he offers bribe. Whereas Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in this respect, and I quote, "And eat up not one another's property unjustly in any illegal way, nor over bribery to the rulers, that the ruler may knowingly eat up a part of the property of others sinfully." This is contained in Al-Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 188. Number 3, corruption by gratification. This is a form of corruption that manifests itself when someone does anything that yields any benefit for another person. Even if he does not ask, he still expects to be given either some money or some material things in appreciation. This is called gratification. One usually wonder why must someone expect something from another just because he has offers assistance. However, one also will need to wonder that when he, our Creator, whatever he does in our lives, on how many occasions have we shows appreciation or has given gratification to Almighty God. So, if, however, a person is given a gift or present because of an act of assistance he has rendered, he cannot accept it. It's provided he was not the one who asked for it. If one of the other and he was given such present because he asked for it, or he made it standing condition for offering his assistance, then it is not permitted for him to collect it. And if he does, then what he collects is tantamount to collecting usury, which is a major sin in both Islam and Christianity. In Islam, the Prophet of Allah, Nabiyyina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, seriously warned against collecting something of benefit by virtue of the work you do or the office you occupy, most especially if you know that such gratification was only offered to you by virtue of your position, and that if you are not on that seat, it will never be given to you. Anything that comes to you through your office and there's nothing to do with it officially should not be diverted to your own personal use, especially if there are other people working with you in that office. There should be equity and fairness, because most times the absence of equity and fairness in all dealing breeds contempt. Number 4, corruption by inflation. People who are in position of awarding contracts do inflate the figures of the money involved, or collect certain percentage of the money from the contractor for them to facilitate this transaction. Even those at the lower level of the ladder just send someone on errand to go and buy something for you or your office. You can bet your life he will surely add something to that price of that material. This is one of the most common form of corruption people are guilty of today. Number 5, corruption by deception. So many at times, people apply for money to purchase things needed in their offices. They will be given the money and they will divert it to their own personal use. Such acts are the main reason for the lot of problems we are having as a nation today. How can you be guilty of such a crime in your capacity and then expect others to do the right thing in their own capacity? How can every one of us be doing things wrongly and then we all expect the country to be on the right course? Even wives in their husbands' houses are guilty of such corruption. Number 6, corruption by arrogancy. This is by eating what belongs to others without justification, especially when the victim have no power to confront the perpetrator. Such people make use of the devilish theory that says, if you are giving something to share to people, ask yourself whether or not they are aware. If they are not, forget them. But if they are aware, then think of how to slash their shares. It is so disheartening that even till today, there are people who still practice such things. Number 7, corruption by official power. This is the kind of money called impress money given to offices in conformity with government financial policy. The policy suggests that the money is not accounted for, so you can do whatever you like with it. This is indeed an opening leading to corruption practices. Naturally, one needs to know that even if he doesn't give account of such money here, he will definitely give account of it before Almighty God on the day of judgment. Because in God's policy, every single dime that comes to you in whatever way is accountable for. The Prophet of Allah, Nabiyina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, told us that on the day of judgment, the feet of a man shall not rest until he answer 4 things: his life, how he lives and ate it; his body, how he used it; his knowledge, what he did with it; and his wealth,